When I found out that churches were closing, I was sad and a little scared, but it really didn't sink in until my husband and I welcomed our first child in March of 2020. As we were waiting to take our little baby girl home, we didn't have any aunts or uncles or grandparents that were allowed to be with us in the hospital just because of restrictions at the time. And so we brought her home, and I felt like something was missing. I really wanted to introduce her to our extended family, but when we were watching Mass on television is when it really sunk in that I wanted to introduce her to her church family as well. Because churches were closed, we weren't able to have our daughter baptized until several months after she was born. We wanted to baptize her right away. We were so excited to welcome her into God's family through baptism, but we really had to wait. And so we waited and we prayed, and finally it happened on the same day that when she was able to be baptized, that her extended family that she hadn't met yet came and celebrated with us. So it was such a joyful day. She was baptized, she met her extended family and her faith family, and it felt like we had really been able to welcome her home fully to our house and to God's house. When our family goes to Mass, we receive the strength that we need to love one another and to love God, and then we bring that home with us to our family life and to our home. It really takes a village to raise a child, and now that my daughter is a year old, when we go to Mass, she can be loud. She likes to wave to the other babies and babble in church, and that's wonderful, but we also want everyone else to be able to hear, so it is challenging at times. But I just don't take for granted that we get to take her to Mass now, and that she can grow up knowing Mary and Joseph and Father and Jesus and all of her faith family that's there in church. So my invitation to you, if you have been away from Mass for a long time, come back. Our doors are open, and God's house is your house, and your faith family is waiting. If you have never been to church and all this stuff that's been going on has you thinking about God and seeking Him, you're welcome. You're invited. Our churches are open, and we would love to be your faith family. And if you've been going to Mass and, like me, you were just waiting for the doors to open, I hope that you'll stop for a minute and just reflect on what a gift it is to be able to go to Mass and to take our families to Mass and to be part of the faith family of God in God's house, which is our house too. I'll see you at Mass.